Good evening, everybody. I have great pleasure to introduce Mrs. Apurva Srivastava, Consul General of India in Toronto. She holds a master's in psychology from Lucknow University. Apurva ji is a career diplomat for over 21 years, joining the Indian Foreign Service in 2001. Prior to her Toronto appointment, she served for 2.5 years in a very key assignment with the Honorable Minister for External Affairs, late Sushma Swaraj ji, shaping India's new foreign policy. In her diplomatic career, she served twice in the Indian Embassy in Paris and also in the Indian Embassy in Kathmandu from 2009 to 12. In New Delhi, she has played two other important roles as Undersecretary SARC and as Director Administration. Apurva ji is married to Mr. Anushman Gaud, another career diplomat posted at Ottawa. They have two daughters. In conclusion, I like to add that in the last 22 years, I have very closely worked with 7 Consul Generals of India posted in Toronto and found Apurva ji a most approachable officer of our community, ready to hear their problems and provide solutions in spite of the difficult COVID situation. May I now request her to please address the opening of the Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce, and please give a warm welcome to Apurva ji with a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Surendra ji, for such a wonderful introduction. I don't know if I deserve all that, but thank you so much nonetheless. Dr. Ved P. Nanda ji, Naresh Chabra ji, and all the office bearers of Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce, my heartiest congratulations to all of you for this inaugural event. And I'm really confident that CHCC will help in fostering deeper economic and business ties, linkages between India and Canada by creating new business opportunities, especially in the small and medium enterprises, and also providing a network for platform for networking and sharing of information, expertise, and experiences. And the kind of support that we are seeing that it's getting, I'm confident that it will take off very, very quickly and in a very efficient way. And this initiative has come as a very opportune time when Indian economy is showing clear signs of bouncing back from the pandemic with a V-shaped recovery. We have already vaccinated more than we have already administered 1.5 billion vaccines in the arms of Indians. IMF and other rating agencies have projected a growth rate of over 8% for India in the current financial year. The business confidence index of India has shown stellar rise in recent times owing to rise in domestic production, increased exports, and splurge of economic reforms announced by Government of India. Indian stock market has emerged as the best platform in the world with over 45% returns on investment over past 12 months. The government has introduced production-linked incentives of over 13 sectors in order to increase the manufacturing, which is in all fields: solar, automobile parts, ACC batteries, textiles, and with very strong democratic credentials and the very strong demographic dividend. India is at a great space right now with the median age of around 28 years. India's population is among the youngest in the aging world. With more than half of the 1.4 billion population of India under 35 years, India's working age population has numerically outstripped its non-working age population. And while the world is growing older, India is getting younger. And this is a great advantage all of us have. And this youth, because of the youth, we are the innovation and the startup tech ecosystem in India is doing extremely well. We are the 3rd largest tech startup ecosystem. Unicorns are becoming the identity of New India. The number of unicorns is more than 80, and in 2021 alone, 42 startups achieved unicorn status in India. And in these startups, it's not that it's only in the metro cities, but they are coming from in diverse fields from tier 2, tier 3 cities. So this is the new India. The world is looking in India for innovative solutions. In the last few months, whenever there were lifting of restrictions of the COVID, I was able to travel to various provinces under my jurisdiction, and everywhere there's a lot of interest about India. And now the question people are asking, there's a huge transition in mindset from why India to how India. So people are more and more people are interested to go to India, and I'm sure that CHCC will play a great role, not only in the Greater Toronto area or the Greater Vancouver area, but the other provinces also there who actually need a lot of hand-holding. So I'm sure that the CHCC will definitely take a lot of efforts. If we talk about Indo-Canadian relations, we have approximately 10 billion bilateral trade, which is nothing, which is like 4-day trade between US and Canada, a huge potential, various sectors. Canadian investment have increased drastically from 5 billion in around 2014-15 to around 60 billion now. That shows how more than 600 Canadian companies have presence in India, and 100 more are actively pursuing business in the Indian market. How CHCC can help can partner with us is basically Government of India has set an export target of $400 billion for the current financial year, and we have the target for Canada is $3.3 billion. While we are on track to achieve this target, we need support from all of you to continue to increase the import from Canada in various sectors, marine product, pharma, drug, and we can definitely work with you. We can also consider organizing buy-sellers meet for promotion of textiles, engineering goods, foods and beverage, handicrafts, furnitures, carpets. There's a lot of scope of all this. There's a great demand in Canadian market. It's a great role can be played by the organization towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. The experience of COVID pandemic has driven home the need for more trusted, resilient, reliable, and redundant supply chains. And involving the diaspora organizations such as this is definitely a win-win situation for all of us. The members are high achievers in their own society, so you can bring to bear resources, technology, best practices, and innovation to the task. We have also working towards promotion of trade between the two countries, 3 T's: trade, technology, and tourism. And I would request CHCC to work towards these promotion to promote further relations between India and Canada. With these words, I would just like to assure my total support of the consulate for any initiative which will deepen bilateral ties between India and Canada. Once again, my best wishes to the initiative, and we are here to help and to partner. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Honorable Consular General of Toronto, Apurva Srivastava-ji, for coming in person and addressing us and really highlighting the support of Hindus across the world, especially in India.